Embrace yourselves. Whoa. What are you doing? Oh, it's so messy. It's like you are bleaching your full head now. This will be like a raccoon that is really sick or dying. Ooh. This will be very special.
And I want to go platinum.
It will be very difficult to go to platinum.
It is so pink.
Platinum? You're pink! Oh my god.
Okay, so this is how it is looking so far.
Look at all the colors.
Quick blue bleach. Please do not fail me.
What? Quick blue bleach?
Haven't had any hair breakage so far, which is good. No stretchy hair. That's amazing.
So far.
And we're going to try the blonde one and see what happens.
Cream bleach with 30 volt and the straightener.
I've never actually had the stretchy hair, so that's interesting.
Oh, that's really overprocessed.
If you bleach your own hair at home, whose voice do you hear in your head while you do it? Do you hear Brad Mondo or do you hear Hair Buddha?
Hey!
I hear Hair Buddha. He's my hair color and spirit guide, I guess.
That's why you are taking sections. Oh! You have a crooked line. Oh my.
But like there's nothing even. Okay, yeah, okay.
Oh my god, what did you do? Woo! Oh, with the thinning shears. This will not end well.
I don't think she's quite ready to do a haircutting tutorial yet.
No.
I think she's setting the perimeters now.
Hello everyone. Today I am going to be bleaching coon tails or raccoon tails into my hair.
It's not so easy to do, and if I see your hair is also very layered. You can see that in long pieces, but if it's layered, it's not so visual. And it's not just bleach, it's box bleach. Is your hair colored or not? Because if your hair is colored, it will be very difficult to see any of that raccoon style. And you have to be careful that every time you put a piece that you are doing the raccoon style, that there's no other hair pressing on that first strand.
There's like one piece done.
Oh, normally it's just fine striping. It's really big.
Jesus. Okay. Gotta fight through the pain.
Ventilate the room very good. Very important, because there's ammonia in these bleaches. Whoa! What are you doing? This is not a raccoon tail? This will be like a raccoon that is really sick.
But ja, meneer, kom nie.
Did I just hear Dinienkomeni? Was that Dinienkomeni? Because that's like South African.
This is how it's looking.
Would that be African if you happen to know that? I recognize it because I was in Africa, South Africa, a few years ago, and I speak Dutch. And I could see that language. I could understand a lot of that language with the Dutch language. Really funny. Really funny. But what are you doing? You're just coloring a big... Oh! I'm very sorry, but this is not raccoon style. This is a whole piece, not even highlighting. What are you doing? Ooh! This will be very special. What? Oh, it's so messy. And not the soccer player messy, but you know what I mean. This will be very
This is going.
bad.
This is interesting so far.
Yeah, That's something you can say. Very interesting. Bless you.
Whew.
Whoa, I cannot wait to see the outcome here. Okay, another piece. This is just random random pieces that you are bleaching. This is not clean. This is not raccoon style. This is really a dead animal style or something, who was ran over with a car. I'm sorry, I don't want to be funny, but
I am superstar with a big, big house and a big, big car. Don't copyright me.
okay, more at the front. A piece. Watch out for your eyebrows, otherwise you will have a raccoon style on your eyebrows. But why you are coloring and then you go with your fingers, you are smashing the color open? Really curious how this is going to turn out. I don't see any raccoon yet on your hair. Okay, now the back. Oh my. This is just a full piece. Just a full piece. Is there any animal that will be like a peacock? No. Peacock, no. Is there an animal with orange, fully striped pieces? Like a chicken? No? I don't know, but it will not be raccoon. Here in the front, there's one piece that I say can be something like a raccoon. Here, there are really big pieces. Here, there's a smaller piece. And then in the back, there's like strands that are completely bleached.
So, this is my hair now. I think I'm gonna put more bleach in it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna bleach it some more, so I will be right back.
More? You're going to take more, so you see full pieces. Full. And you're going to do more. This is not a raccoon style. You want to just be blonde. Let's face it.
So, the bleach is on, and we will see how this goes.
So this side is actually some kind of raccoon technique, but on this side it's just random blonde.
This is the result. I am pretty happy with it. I mean, it's unfortunate that you can't really see the stripes that much, but I really like it.
I bleached my hair twice. Today, I finally received, hold up, this in the mail. This is smoky silver, if you can see right there. Smoky silver hair dye.
You don't think if you put that box dye on your yellow orangey bleached length, it's going to be silver, right? You need to go to platinum. You need to go to very, very, very white to receive that gray silver.
So this is what it's supposed to look like. So if you have super light hair, it's supposed to turn into this.
So the picture in the front is that color. So you need that white to get that color.
And then medium color, and then the dark.
You see that dark orange hair, how dark it's like brown color. So it's getting darker because it's an ash pigment.
Ooh. Ooh, let me tell you, it does not smell good.
That's the ammonia. Ventilate the room.
I think I need a mask. Especially because it's literally right in front of my face. Oh no. What do I do, everyone? What do I do?
Make sure if you do this kind of things in your house, in your bathroom, that you ventilate the room. Open a window or a door or something, because ammonia is really bad for your lungs. Make sure that it's
Uh-oh.
covered everywhere.
I should have tied my hair for this. Or I should have brushed my hair out.
Yeah. You always have to brush your hair before you apply any color.
The hair dye is actually turning purple for some reason.
Because there's blue pigments and purple pigments in there. So it's metallic. But these sections are too big. Inside of the section will not receive any color.
Please, if you are trying to do this, ooh, put a mask on because the smell is so bad. How am I doing? I'm using my camera as a mirror and I'm not wearing glasses.
I think it's okay.
There is a person in the room. Ask her to do the back.
Took a shower, washed my hair. A lot of purple dye came out and I got scared my bathtub was gonna get stained, but we're good. But so far it looks like my hair just turned back to brown. So the 2 times I bleached my hair went to waste. I'm gonna go blow dry my hair and see like if the color is any different, if my hair is drier. Maybe it just looks darker because it's wet right now.
Yeah, it's always darker when it's wet, but you knew before you applied it. On the box it said it will make your hair darker, so don't be surprised if it is. But if it's dry, it will be a little bit blonder, less dark.
I just finished drying my hair, kind of. I just didn't have the patience to completely dry my hair, but you get the point. So here is the final result of me trying to dye my hair silver. Still trying to get over the fact that I bleached my hair twice only for it to go dark again.
I thought it would lighten a little bit more, but it's pretty dark.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jasmine. It's nice to meet you. Today is a very different video. We're going to be bleaching my hair. Now, I'm not bleaching all of it. As you can see, some of it is already blonde, but this is my natural color right here, and I want to go platinum.
Your lengths are not platinum. So you say you're not going to bleach the lengths, but you want platinum. So to get platinum, this length has to be bleached a little bit further. But it's a good thing that you're first going to do the regrowth, because that's the darkest part.
When I contacted hairstylists about going platinum, the quote was around $560. That wasn't even like, that was $560 for 6 hours. If it went over 6 hours, then there was an additional rate. Anytime I've got my hair done, it's been at least like 7 to 8. So my thinking was going to be at least like $800, including a tip. And I wasn't really willing to pay that. Not right now.
Prices in America are really, really crazy. And I understand if you are in the salon for 6, 7, 8 hours, it's not the product that causes these high prices. It's the work that you have to pay to the person that is working.
So my bathroom is no longer a bathroom. It is a salon.
Oh my god! Blonde Me, the new packaging, Blonde Me 9+. And I see all the additives and the toners. Whoa!
So I grabbed a scale. I have some sheets here for some foils.
And the brand of the sheets are very good. Framar, it's very good.
I have a mask that I'm going to use on my bleached hair after I get it to the color that I want it. Gloves, some Olaplex, because I've heard this is good, so I'm going to use this in the shower instead of what I have right now. These are some caps. I may or may not use them. We'll see. I grabbed a lot of toners from Blonde Me, as well as the Bleaching tone. Apparently this is really good to use with the bleach.
These are the additives, so very good.
I still haven't decided on what color I want. I do have in here lilac, ice. This is clear.
The clear is to add with the ice if it's not too gray, so you can play with that. Lilac, I would not. If you want a platinum, I would use more ice. We use a lot of ice and clear.
And then biscuit. I have 2 mixing bowls here with a brush and the little whisk. I have a few clips. I highly doubt I'm really going to need those, but I have them anyway just in case. Here's the Blonde Me powder, and then I have 2 different volume developers. So I have a 7 volume, this will be going on my roots, and then I have the 20 volume, this will be going on my mids.
Oh my god, this will be good.
So I parted my hair in very thin sections, starting with the nape of my neck, and then I worked my way up towards the top. So I used the brush at first, and then it was a lot easier for me to use my hands after that to really work it in and saturate all of the strands. And then here, like, I would make another separation, coat the base, and then flip my hair up and do the same thing.
It's a really good thing that you have a very low volume for your roots, but you didn't have to do the roots right away. I have to say a positive thing. It was positive, the low volume, but you take fine sections, so that's a good thing.
After I rubbed it in with my hands, I did wrap it in foil. This was probably the trickiest part for me. I think my sections weren't small enough, or I probably should have like separated this in half and then tried, but I would like scrunch it and then put another piece of foil on top and then pull the previously bleached hair out.
If you want to have foils in the back, your section is too wide to have 1 foil. You have to take 2 foils.
I put saran wrap on this section here because this was exposed to the air, and to keep it nice and warm and cooking properly, I did put the saran wrap on top. I'm gonna add in more bleach to the ends here because these ends are blonde already, but they're not gonna need as much time to process. So I'm gonna mix up some more bleach and some 7 volume to lighten those ends. They might snap off. I don't know.
Your roots will be really blonde, even with a little bit of blue in it, because roots are going very fast.
So, this was really splotchy somehow. I'm really surprised. This is like the very obvious curl that just didn't lift at all. Like, look at the color difference, it's crazy. So I will be hitting certain strands with more bleach. In a few days, I'm gonna give my hair a break. This is the other side. Not as bad, but still rough. Like, some pieces are almost white. They're like gray, as you can see, because of the toner. I think I rushed it at the end. I really should have done a smaller section for this here.
And they were already really small, but of course, if you go more on top and you are tired, you take a bigger section and you don't apply it, you don't saturate enough. This is the color that you expect from that dark of base. And I would say this is already really blonde if you see how dark she was. This is with 20 volts.
So what I've decided is that I'm just gonna go ahead and bleach my whole head. I'm just gonna go for it. I didn't show you the result dry, but this is the color that it turned out. Obviously you can see it's a lot lighter than my natural color and my bleached ends.
It's already a beautiful color.
As you can see, my hair is all over the place. I rushed the bleach process on top. I shouldn't have. This side is definitely more orange, but we are gonna fix it. We're just not gonna do it anytime soon.
It's the same color that you'd had in the back, so you have to bleach it again to get to that white. Don't tone it. It's a waste of tone.
I'm gonna give it like a good 3 weeks before I try to bleach it again. So what I'm gonna do is put some like colorful wax on top just to hide this mess. It is so pink, but I'd prefer this than to walk around with that like crazy blonde. So
I hope that these pigments in this gel is not staying on your hair. Otherwise, you will have to get rid of these pigments first before you go to platinum. I hope this will not affect your color. You should use a blue one or a gray one if they have that.
this is where we're at. I am gonna wait like 2 or 3 weeks before bleaching my hair again because I'm not trying to have super stringy pieces of hair. Like over on this side, you can see some of the curls are pretty loose, like this one in the front and this one too. So
the more dry your hair is, the more lack of moisture is in your hair, the less curls you have.
I was like, I'm not trying to have that pin straight, so I'm just gonna let it breathe. I did buy some K18, which I've never used before. Also, this little tiny bottle, $30. I was like, I thought, and it feels empty. I'm flabbergasted.
It's very expensive. I haven't tested it and I want to test it because I hear a lot of positive things about these K18.
Hey guys, this is several weeks later and another bleach session later, and this is what my hair looks like. I just toned it with some purple conditioner because it was looking a hot mess.
There's no residues on your hair. This is already really blonde. It's going to that platinumish.
This light definitely makes my hair look a lot more yellow. I mean, I feel like this is more accurate to show you. This is like natural light right here.
Wow, really cool.
Okay, like I said, I'd be back when it was dry. It's like 80% dry, I'd say. Right in here, it's still pretty damp, but this is what it looks like. There's the color for you.
Just remember how dark she was, and she bleached it with 20 and 7 vol. 20 and 7 vol. Whoa.
Like I said, like in here, it looks a little bit more brown because I was using that Blonde Me toner.
You used the biscuit. You had to use the eyes, not the biscuit.
Happening right now, a bunch of different colors. This patch of hair, I've bleached a bunch, and that brassiness, like it just, that's where it stops lifting.
If your hair is getting to the point of overprocessed, it's not changing anymore. It's not working anymore. Any color that you put on your head, it's not absorbing anymore. So that's the point that you have to know, I have to stop.
I have a question which I'd love to be answered because it would help me when doing my hair. What's the processing time versus the application time? Because it says you have like 45 minutes to an hour processing time, but does that include the half an hour to 45 minutes it takes for you to put the bleach on your head? Or do you have like a half an hour window before that where it's like, here's how long you should take to put it onto your head, then here's how long you can process it for?
It's different, and that's why I always say try to set 2 or 3 timers. So if you are applying the color or the bleach, it's beside the processing time, and you cannot apply it for 1 hour and then set it for 1 hour. Then the bleach on the back will be for 2 hours on your hair.
Let's talk about the bleach I'm using. I'm going to be using the Schwarzkopf Blonde Me.
Woohoo! Now 20 vol, and I'm very happy.
Unfortunately, I don't have enough of this left to do my whole head. I think I've got enough to do my brow. I don't really need much bleach, obviously, for my ends because they're already bleached, but I do need to lift the color. So I got some Pravana bleach, if I'm going to have to do that.
Don't know that brand, so... But I'm very happy that Blonde Me is involved, even it's for the big regrowth.
And I'm using a 30 volume developer.
I was hoping for 20. I'm happy it's not 40.
Now, a lot of people say there's no turning back from here, but really you could just wash the bleach off. It doesn't work that fast. So we're going pretty close to the top of my head.
I'm very happy that you're currently not touching the skull. And you're right. Some people say, there's no turning back, but if you rinse it now, nothing happens.
And attempting to fully saturate. I will come back through and go over it again because I know there's always areas that are slightly missed, especially during this like fade into the old bleaching color.
And it's not such a small section, and you have to apply it more. I know you don't have enough, but saturation is everything.
That amount of bleach was only enough to do half my head, well, half the brown in my hair. So we are going to let this process. I'm going to go back through and just check my sections to make sure I've got everything. I'm then going to have to use one of my other bleachers to do the front of my hair and then also my roots. I have no idea what the back looks like, by the way, so...
The back is not so bad, but you have to know if you are using a different brand for the back and the front, you will have a different result because every bleach works differently.
Okay, so this is how it is looking so far. It's still a bit brassy up the top, but I do have to bleach the roots. If I'd had enough of the other bleach, I would have done the roots at the same time, but I didn't. So I'm going to do it when I do the front section. I just need to dry it all, and I am pretty sure that this green is pretty stuck.
Look at all the colors.
Quick blue bleach. Please do not fail me.
What? Quick blue bleach? Don't tell me you use quick blue now.
Oh, that's right. It's also way more toxic on your eyes. And the smell, I forgot. Because that Schwarzkopf one is really nice. It doesn't have a huge chemically smell to it. this does, and it burns.
It's the ammonia that is making the terrible smell and tears in your eyes. And the blonde meat definitely didn't have the ammonia. You can stand above your bleach and it has nothing bad with your lungs, because for a hairdresser, I'm very picky of using products that are bad for our body. Even though we have to take care of our client's scalp, but we have to take care of our own lungs too.
Okay, so this is what my hair is looking like so far, and I can already tell that this bleach is definitely not developing the same as the other one. My hair is kind of like a light brown currently, and by the time I got done with the back of my hair, this side was already quite blonde. I can also see it already starting to like dry up as it does, so I'm definitely gonna keep touching it up. I'm going to foil around my head again, incubate it, stand under my heat lamp to help the process, and then once it's light enough, I am going to go through and do my roots.
Heat on bleach is not such a good idea, because indeed it dries up. When your cream is turning to powder again, it stops working.
Oh, I realize I've never had to do my roots before, and I don't know how complicated this is going to be.
Why are you doing the roots now? This is the bad bleach and you're doing the roots. You have to save your blonde me powder for the roots, because that's the most delicate piece that you can color. So now you say it's quick blue, so you're turning quick blue onto your scalp. That's not a good thing.
You can see, as I said, it's starting to get that poodly texture that it gets. Haven't had any hair breakage so far, which is good. No stretchy hair. That's amazing.
So far.
As you can see, I need to do this bit, which I think also most of my roots ended up getting done through the bleach bleeding.
Have you seen some pieces on the side how white the roots are already? One bleach.
Okay, so I just want to show you, this is what it's looking like wet. I'm now going to use my Fanola No Yellow shampoo on it to sort of tone it down a bit, and then I think that's where I'm going to leave it for today, because I don't really feel like doing my ends right now. I've had so many showers.
I think it's pretty blonde so far.
Okay, so we're just going for it. I've mixed up more Pravana bleach with 30 volume developer.
I thought you would let it rest for a longer period of time, but it's just for the night that you let it rest. So we're the next day and a new pack of bleach. But what kind of bleach is it now?
And we're going to try the blonde one and see what happens. See if I can get its color out. Which, if you can see, there's some bluey bits in there. I've got this like ugly grey muddy color there. That's a bit lighter. So we're just going to see if we can even this whole strip out.
So it's again the cream bleach with 30 vol and the straightener.
I have no idea how this is going to go. Let's say you apply your foil, which I don't think they're quite long enough for my hair.
It's already something very difficult to do foiling by yourself. But it's necessary to make sure that all these strands are not covered in bleach where it's not has to be covered. If you have to bleach a certain piece, you have to make sure that it's divided and the one hair on top is not pressing on the strand below. So that's why you need to use these foils. But she's using the foils not to make sure that it's not pressed together. She's using the foils because she's going to use the wand. I don't know, it was called the wand. I say it's just a straightener.
And we're going to pass it over with the blonde wand. And they said about 10 times in circular motions.
This is something I have never seen before. Of course, the heat will process it fast.
Guess I should have a look. That is way hotter than I think the lady stated it gets. Oh, okay. Okay. Ha! I don't know if that's concerning or not, how well that worked. Is my hair okay?
This is way too fast for your head.
I don't know. I'm glad I'm testing this first on one bit. Maybe I should have tested it on a smaller bit. We're washing it out. I need to see if I went way too far with that.
There's a little bit of green in there.
Yeah, okay. That was way too intense for these ends. Not gonna do that on the rest of my hair.
That's a good choice because it was way too fast.
That fried those ends right there. I've never actually had the stretchy hair, so that's interesting.
Oh, that's really overprocessed. You see that in such an amount of time, few minutes, with that heat, it's too fast. And you use 30 volt on already bleached hair.
I just did another test with the wand, and I was able to remove quite a bit of the color. My ends are still like really holding on for life. I do need a haircut, which I already knew the ends might be holding on for life.
If you're not be careful, you're not going to need a haircut. You're going to need a buzz cut.
Yeah, I definitely didn't fry this section as much as the last one. So now that I'm back on camera, I'll give it a go again and try and not recreate this mess.
Are you still... Oh, she's still going to do it with the straightening. Oh, wow. She sees that the hair is not having any positive results. The color is positive, but the health is not positive. So she sees that the hair is damaged after using that and still trying to do that on the back. Okay. It will be blonde, but it will be very damaged.
Contemplating my life choices. Okay. That is looking pretty good. It's not completely dry because otherwise I'd be standing here for a while.
Listen, I have to say the color it's really gone, all the colors. But I'm really concerned about the condition of your hair.
It's got a couple ends that are breaking off a little bit, but it looks like mainly just at my split ends and also where I need a haircut. But I think that's doing pretty well.
Okay. So we are holding our breaths to make sure that she's not having my haircut. After going, what's the point of going blonde if you have my haircut? But I have to say, it's the first time I see this technique, but these colors are really fading very quickly.
Okay, I gave up on using this. It was taking way too long. I think this is still doing something. And because I'm going to be coloring over it anyway, it should be okay. The coconut oil that is coming out of this stuff when you do this has like singed onto here. Which I don't think that is how you're supposed to do it. I think this is as much of the colour as coming out. I've still got a bit of a band of blue and green there, but it's definitely better than this.
Okay, so she's not going to fry her hair off completely. So indeed, it's taking a lot of time to do this with these wands, but you see that if the coconut oil and the product is going out of that foil, it's not healthy. You are heating up, you are over-processing, you are really rushing everything up. And a hair bleach or a hair color or a haircut, you cannot process it too fast. Go low and slow is always better for the health of your hair. Always.
Okay, so I have never been this blonde before. I think my hair integrity is okay. They're still developing. My right side developed a lot better than the left. There's a lot more heat coming from this side of my head, as well as I'm pretty sure this side the colour wasn't as strong. You can still see there's some of it in there and I don't think it's coming out. And yeah, I think my hair integrity is still okay, except for that one tester piece, but that's why we do a tester piece, I guess. And I think I got rid of some of the banding. And the issues in the back of my head. So we're gonna wash this out. I'm gonna use the Fanola No Yellow shampoo, and then I'm going to leave a treatment in it, and that is where I will be leaving it until I work out what I'm colouring it.
This Fanola No Yellow shampoo is really popular, and it's one of the most powerful purple shampoos. I have to say that I have seen amazing things with that shampoo.
So I ended up somehow very blonde.
It's platinum. This is not blonde anymore. What happened?
I'm not quite sure how I managed to achieve this with all the chaos, but my hair is very, in fact, blonde.
Great platinum. I see a lot of damage on the length, and I see some blue. Maybe you left the Fanola very long on your hair.
Now, when I left you last, I was in the midst of bleaching my hair, and I ran the Fanola No Yellow shampoo through it, and it toned it to a decent extent. Here's some pictures of what it looked like. You could see I had a real big sort of line of like yellow blonde and then white blonde.
That's normal.
Amazingly, I did get a lot of the colour out of the ends. There was some still in here somewhere, but that's pretty much all gone now, and I think it looked a lot worse when it was wet, but once it dried, it really wasn't that noticeable, so that was pretty good. I left it for a couple of days because we were painting the house, it was the weekend and that, and then today I came back and I put the Fanola No Yellow shampoo on all of the more yellow bits of my hair. As you can see, I do have some staining of the blue where my hair would have been quite white, and there is some staining further down from when I was washing it out in the shower. It just took to the ends, but that doesn't really bother me because originally I was just thinking, you know what, it'd be cool if I got my hair really blonde, but every time I try it, I end up not getting it blonde enough and it gets a bit muddy. I tried the silver thing, doesn't work too well, and then later on I colour it a bit of a brighter colour. So there was like a small part of me that thought maybe I'll get it this light, but really deep down I was like, no, I'm gonna end up colouring it like the pink and purple that I had. Now I am here and I have blonde hair.
Platinum hair. You cannot say this is blonde anymore. It's really Targaryen platinum white.
Today I'm bleaching my hair with color remover.
Bleaching with color remover. That's not bleaching. That's just removing color pigments.
This is marketed as a color remover. This is just bleach. In my last video, I tried this to remove the semi-permanent color from the ends of my hair, and it worked pretty well, but I had a couple complaints about it. So today, I'm going to do it not according to the instructions and see if I can remove the last bits of residual permanent color and get a more even base to do a new color.
So you had a fail with the previous one? So your natural color was bleach? What happened?
And a quick disclaimer before I start this, I am intentionally not following manufacturer's instructions. So if anything goes wrong, that's on me. Okay, let's get started.
Okay, we're happy to know that.
Now, if you were doing this according to the manufacturer's instructions, you would mix your lightening powder with your developer and their bond rejuvenating mask all together, put it on, rinse it off, do that. I think putting this mask in with the bleach just makes them both work really badly. So we're going to skip that. I'm going to mix the developer and the lightening powder just like any other bleach application.
I have mixed feelings here. On the box it says Color Oops. Does Color Oops has a bleach product? Color Oops remover? Oh, I see it. Walmart. Color Oops bold remover. Semi-permanent remover. Simply washes away difficult colors. It doesn't say bleach. Anti-breakage conditioner. Okay, that's promising.
Let it process, rinse it out, then do the mask and see if that works better. I've sectioned my hair to the best of my ability. So the plan is to only put the lightener on this band, avoiding all the way down to the root, not going all the way down there, and avoiding these overprocessed ends.
This is going to be very difficult to do it by yourself. Normally, if you want to do that, removing a banding, then you take fine sections, transparent fine sections, you bleach the section, put an aluminium foil on top of that, and then the next one. Keep doing only the banding. Otherwise, the one section is going to press on the underlying section. So to do that by yourself, woo!
Precision application is not my strong suit. So, this will be fun.
Very liquid. This is
probably, no, this is the worst smelling bleach I've ever used.
Oh, it's color oops, alright. If it smells like rotten eggs, it's color oops. And you keep saying bleach, but it's not because it's powder, it's bleach.
And that's why I'm in my bedroom today and not my bathroom, because I need a little more ventilation.
Yeah, but your bathroom is going to smell like rotten eggs now.
And I've somehow lost my good color brush, so I'm going back in with their crappy brush.
I always like to work with the small one, more precision. The big one, very clumpy.
And now I'm just applying the bleach section by section, really trying to focus on that midsection, avoiding the roots and avoiding the ends.
It's working a little bit if you press it on your head and just bleaching, I'm saying bleaching, but color oopsing. Every time you are pressing the next section on top of that, the tips that you normally should not bleach is pressed on the previous section that is colored. So the underneath of that tips is going to receive product. That's why you need to put some aluminium foil in between. And I know English is not my mother tongue and I'm trying to explain as easy as possible, but my vocabulary is really limited in English. So she's going up, doing the banding.
Bleach your own hair at home. Whose voice do you hear in your head while you do it? Do you hear Brad Mondo or do you hear Hair Buddha?
Hey! This is actually the first time that somebody says my name. No, it's not the first time. No, I had received already videos of people, but normally it's just Brad Mondo, and I respect my colleague. I started my channel in 2011. That's early. I don't know if Brad Mondo was already on the YouTube, but then it was just my shows and teaching people, just showing what I did around the world. In 2015, I recorded my first hair tip video, but it was in Dutch, so that wasn't doing much. And in 2018, 19, I don't know, I recorded my first one, but I didn't have any time to make more. So I guess 2019, the end of 2019 was the first time that I said, let's do this. But it's really fun to hear somebody say Brad Mondo or Hair Buddha.
I hear Hair Buddha. He's my hair coloring spirit guide, I guess.
Woo! Great! Thank you. Well, that's why you are taking sections. Because you hear me saying sections! And you take sections.
How's your day going?
So, yeah. Cool.
Watching this back now as I edit it, I can see that I really did not saturate those sections the way that I should have. So that's my fault.
Yeah, saturation is very important.
I'm going to let this process. I'm going to keep an eye on it. It's probably only going to be on my hair for like 10 minutes. And in the meantime, I'm going to clean up and I'll be back after I rinse it out.
You're going to just remove the colors that was previously on your hair. Apparently, you are watching my videos and you will see this video. I'm just wondering, I was searching on the internet for color oops bleach. So I didn't found it. Is it because it's bleach is your natural color that you say it's actual bleach? It's not really a color remover? Because I have never tested color oops before. It's just from all these videos, because color oops, I don't need it in my salon. I always use bleach washes. Put it in the comments, react. If you react on underneath this video, I will pin your reaction so you're at the top. You make me very happy and I want to support you. And because you are testing all these things, other people can see that, they can learn. And of course, I'll point out some things that you're doing wrong and doing right. So please let me know if Color Oops is actually a bleach. I keep saying I don't see the bleach, but you have the experience. Is it also bleaching your natural color?
So I just finished applying this like 5 minutes ago, and it's already like drying out, like completely dried out.
Oh, this product is strong.
It does seem like it's getting a lot of that color, but I don't know. There's some stubborn spots where like it doesn't want to come out.
If powder is turning to cream and you apply it and it's turning to powder again, it stops working. That's done. If it's powder again, it's not working anymore. Maybe it's because you didn't mix the mask, but you can avoid that with a plant spray. So you're spraying some water softly and then putting the cap. So it's getting some steam with the heat and then it's keep working.
I sprayed a little bit of water in the shower cap.
It's like you heard me.
So I'm gonna let that process for like another 5 or 10 minutes. And then what I might do is I have a little bit left. So I might mix this into a bleach wash, get in the shower, run that through for like a minute, and then rinse it all out. And we'll see how that goes.
So you have developer 20 volume. Please don't say you mix it bleach wash with a 30 vol.
So far, it's not going well. Alright, I'm back. I've rinsed everything out, shampooed my hair, and I did not use conditioner because we're going to do the Bond Rejuvenating Mask. I haven't looked at it yet, so let's see. Okay, it got some of it out. Now, I only left it on for maybe 20 minutes total.
That hair is really damaged. If you used a bleach wash with 10 vol, hot water, just neutral shampoo, not dandruff shampoo, apply that on your hair and it will affect more than this Color Oops.
And in all fairness, I could have left it on longer. But it was already starting to dry out, and once it dries out, it's not working anymore, so there was not really any point.
True.
It doesn't really smell bad, but it doesn't really smell good either. Okay. I'm gonna cover this with a shower cap again, and I'm gonna let this sit, I don't know, at least 30 minutes, maybe an hour. In the original directions where you mix the mask in with the bleach, it says that you can process up to 60 minutes. So I might leave this on for 60 minutes. We'll just see how much it annoys me. So I'll be back once I've rinsed this out and dried my hair, and we will see if this experiment was even worth doing.
I hope for you that the color pigments has come off of your hair, because that is something very important if you are using a color remover, if it's Color Oops or any other brand. So color removers are breaking your pigments in your hair. They are loose and they are still in your hair. You have to rinse it for a very long time, 10, 15, 20 minutes even. I know you're not going to use the instructions of the product, but if you don't rinse it very long, these pigments are still in your hair. They are not out, and you think that the product is not working correctly. The longer you rinse out this product, the more pigments that are going out of your hair. So I don't know if you did that.
I did end up leaving that hair mask on my hair for the full hour, and that was more just because I got distracted doing something else. So rinse it out with cold water, and this is the final result for now. My hair does feel a lot better having used the hair mask separate from the bleach. It feels pretty soft. I don't feel a lot of damage in there. I mean, obviously my ends are just, they're damaged. There's not much I can do about that with a basic hair mask, but it does feel better. It's fairly uneven, but that's my application. That's not the product itself. And in some areas, it did a really good job, and in other areas, not so good. This probably needed to be left on longer. This was the last section that I did. But all in all, for my purposes, this will work. I still don't like this product. I don't like it. For the $15 that I paid for that product, I could have gone to Sally Beauty and bought lightening powder.
Don't say quick blue.
Developer. I would have known what volume developer I was using, and I could have gotten a hair mask. And it probably would have been less expensive. So, again, I don't think this is a great product. But that's just my opinion on my hair. If you want to buy it and you want to do it at home, follow the instructions. Maybe don't do it like I did it today, because the hair mask definitely kept the bleach from drying out in the first application, which again is one reason I don't like this product. My normal bleach does not dry out that quickly.
Maybe next time try a bleach wash with just 10 vol and hot water and shampoo. Of course, it will bleach your regrowth too, that's for sure. But if you are doing it with these sections that you did just like now 5 minutes ago, it should be fine, but you will have more effects of that.
This is where I'm leaving my hair for now. I have some damage repair that I need to do before I try to put another color on top of it. I have what I think is going to be a really fun idea for the color. This will be a color and a technique that I have never personally done on myself, so it could go horribly wrong.
So my lovely fiance wants me to cut his hair.
You really trust her? Is it the first time or has she done it before?
And I thought, if I'm gonna do this, I have to record it because I'm scared, okay?
And I'm happy you recorded and you posted on the internet, because if nobody's doing this, nobody will learn. I have no videos to react on. You're helping the community to learn.
I was in cosmetology school for a little bit.
Let's get going.
Oh, you had a little bit of background of beauty school. Okay, interesting.
My mom got him this kit for his birthday, right? For like his facial hair, but it's gonna work for his regular hair too. You know, we're gonna get hair all over the floor.
Yes.
I'm scared. Alright. We got the video. What?
You don't got that.
Oh, I don't want that. What number is this one? Hold on. I gotta get some clips.
Yo, grab a brush too.
As I see the back of his head now, this is short and this is going on top. You have a dinge, you have an occipital bone here, and this is where your head is bumping up. It's like a bump. And you have to make sure that the cut is blend in that bump. It's always more beautiful that your shape of your head is nicely round with that occipital bone. As I see it now, you have two bumps. Was that your previous cut or a cut with the barber?
My hairline's like a squiggly line that I used to draw in middle school. Let's start here.
Don't start so high. Start from the bottom and go all the way up and make a C shape. So you are pivot your elbow and you make sure that if this is your head, that you do a C shape. You see? So you go from short and automatically you go longer. This is how you blend the top. So go from short to long. This has to stay in one place. This is something you have to learn. Of course, if you are used to it, you do it with the, how do you say that? Wrist in English. Sorry, English is not my mother tongue. So you work with your wrist. If you're not sure, you can pivot your elbow. So this is something, you see, this is something you have to learn. If you do work with clippers, you make a C shape. You go from short to long. And you can do that from 0 to 1 centimeter. So you have to make sure, and then go shorter, 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 shorter. Don't start here. Otherwise, you have a very hard line and it's very difficult to blend that in.
This can only go so low, so... Fuck. I can't. I feel like I'm not going to be able to do it. Where do I do the line to?
Huh?
Where do I do the line
Did you
to?
even cut that yet?
A little bit, yeah. But this is like the big guard, right?
You got to do it like right here.
That's not how far he did it.
No, he went with the guard.
Oh.
That doesn't get your hair like that.
If you want to make sure that you are having a straight line and this is the base, that you're not going higher than that to cut it short, then you are putting your comb on the side of the head and you rest it like that, and then you set a line with your clippers without any guard. You set a line. You make sure that you everywhere you set a line and not going with the comb all the way to the back, but you go lower. So you go like this, and then you will have a line, and you're not going shorter above that line. You go the C shape until that line. Very important. Set the base. It's always about sectioning. Always.
You're all over the place with this thing, Jay.
I don't know what I'm doing. What do you mean?
I can do it.
No.
Let me see it.
No, I'm doing it. I gotta use my comb like a professional. I'm trying to make all that even. But those little hairs are so long. What about back here? Just so that same thing all the way around.
So there are a lot of people that are taking the clipper and they are following the shape of the head until the top. That's not good.
I do it from here and...
Ow, you fuck! It has to be moving!
I know!
Ow!
Okay, the sides and the neck is now already very clean. So maybe this is an idea. Cut the top layer, try to blend it in, and then you can go shorter on the side and the back. Make sure that it's not too short. If you are taking a shorter guard now and you go all the way to the top, it will be very difficult to blend the top.
So now I do this from the bottom up.
Yes.
And stop it like here.
Huh?
And I like
Yes.
fade it like there.
Fading is just like the C shape. Don't go following the shape of the head and just stop. This will not end good.
I should make it short.
It's gonna make it a 1. Come on!
They have fun, and that's the main thing.
Let me feel it.
Look at it. Can you see it? Turn.
No, I cannot see it.
Now I see a very strong line. Oh, this is very short.
Oh my god.
This is what I mean if you don't set a line. If you just go freehand, then you have a crooked line.
He goes like this.
That's why I said they go crazy.
Don't try to copy a barber. Please don't. It will end very bad.
It's supposed to look like that? No, it's making it short.
No,
that was
not the
tasty.
spin.
Now you will have more than one line in your hair.
When I saw Casey, I thought like actual Casey. Look.
Oh.
Don't hold your clippers like that. Hold the clippers like that.
Yeah, that looks good.
Oh, he loves her. Oh, he loves her. He doesn't want to hurt her feelings and he says, it looks good.
Oh, geez. Let me do it. I had it. No. Okay, going.
He's going to cut it himself now? Oh, it's going shorter and shorter.
Oh, I have glass straws. There's a drawer with the silverware.
This isn't good.
Let me see it.
Well,
What did you do? You literally made yourself fucking bald. That side doesn't look terrible.
Well, it looks better than it was before.
wait, I got a good idea.
Wait, you put your hat on?
And you can make it bald too.
Oh, jeez.
Oh no, now you're going to cut a line?
Oh.
Say hi.
Why don't you just say turn on?
Oh yeah. It doesn't look that bad. Wait
a picture.
It was better like a few minutes ago. That was the best version.
Oh, this is what it's become. It is horrible. Holy
Never again.
shit. You asked me to do it, so I don't even want to hear it.
It just goes bold.
My man's is... Oh! What are you even doing?
We go bald. So this is how it went.
The top has too much hair, like a flower pot or something. Too much hair on top.
Stand back. Oh! Oh!
That line. Oh my god.
Hey everyone, and welcome to the end of this video. It's been about 2 weeks since... Fucking ass! It's been about 2 weeks since I cut my fiance's hair and messed him up. Okay? It was terrible. And then he went and he got it cut, like, I want to say like that next weekend.
That barber would ask a lot of questions if he sees that haircut.
So now it's grown out and it's not fully grown out. I think he needs to wait like 1 more week before he goes and tries to get it cut again, just so it'll grow all the way out. But you guys could see throughout the whole video, he was basically asking me, did I break it? No. He was asking me to do it. He was telling me what to do, so I was...
Yeah, he was saying, go shorter, go shorter, go shorter.
It's grown out a lot. Turn. Turn.
It's still... Yeah. Wait, let's get a close up. It's grown, but I think he needs like another half of a week to like get this part.
Okay, that's what I meant. If you go too high, you have 2 bumps. You have the bump of the occipital bone here, and then you have the line on top. You have to make sure that it blends in.
So we have some clippers, handy dandy clippers. My husband has asked not to. Oh, my husband's name is Travis Swap, by the way. It's not just my husband, it's Travis. Hair shears and these with the teeth on it.
Thinning shears.
I don't know what they're called either. But I got these because I used to cut my son's hair, but I really messed it up. So that's not very promising.
Oh, he's a very brave man. You cut your son's hair and you messed it up, and still he says, cut mine.
So it goes this way, right?
Yeah.
You're not going to put a guard on top of that?
I don't know if we did that.
Straightforward.
Put a guard on top. Don't go too short in the beginning.
Just don't move on me, okay? You don't want any guard.
No, she doesn't do it.
But I'm not her. You don't want like me to have a guard first to just like practice?
It's that low on the side.
Okay, fine.
Whoa.
No, we're doing it now. We're doing it.
It's always the man that says go shorter. My barber does it without any guard. Yes, but he's a barber. Your wife isn't.
Oh my god.
Yep.
Oh, that's short.
Yes. Yeah, that's right.
Oh my, that's not a C shape. It will be very difficult to get that out.
Can I just leave like that touch right there?
Well, again, the same thing, they have fun. But that line, if you don't set the line in the beginning with the comb, as I explained before, you will not have a clean line. The line will be crooked.
Something about this side just doesn't look as good. And I'm afraid to like...
Now she's trying to doing the C shape, but it's really too short. It's like going up, little pieces.
But like, this is the thing, like I can't like grab onto your hair really, you know what I mean?
Now you're going to have scissor over comb. So your comb and then the scissors. That's how you blend it in. Now they are watching a YouTube tutorial when the first layer is already cut. Now they will see they have to do a C shape and they will say, oops, too late.
It's just so close to your hair. Like if I could, if you wanted this longer, I think I could do it so much easier.
So I shouldn't ask for that short.
Yep, indeed.
You just scared?
Yep.
Maybe that's what these are for, huh? Like, but like there's nothing even. Okay, yeah, okay.
Oh my god, what did you do? You just cut it a random piece here in the front?
Okay. I think this is gonna work.
Okay. Without shortening it, you know what I mean?
Just let me do. I'm a pro now. I know what I'm doing. So just let me do this. I clearly know what I'm doing. I mean, you should see this.
Yeah, you clearly know what you're doing. This is terrible. Oh, this is freehand cutting, trying to blend the line. Okay. Woo! Oh, with the thinning shears. Oh, now I see how they mess up their kids' hair. So you go with the thinning shears along that hair. This will not end well.
I don't think it looks that bad. You know, I mean.
That bad. So
he has a very narrow face, very long face. And now I see a piece on top standing up with his face making it very long. If you have a very narrow face and you want to have it very short on the side, you cannot have volume on top. Otherwise your face is too long.
I mean, for someone who doesn't cut hair, I mean, I faded that as good as I could fade it. I mean, I'm sure a real barber could. I mean, I probably do need to go just a little bit more on this side and like just fade it just a little bit more. But like for someone who hasn't had any experience with any of this, I don't think I did a bad job.
I have seen worse, but you clearly see the line and there are bald spots above that line.
This video is inspired by all my friends on Facebook who've been joking about cutting each other's hair or cutting their own hair.
Oh. You're not taking your hair up between the fingers. You're just going with the comb. That's not stable. You have to go with your fingers, but it will be a straight line.
I don't think she's quite ready to do a hair cutting tutorial yet.
No. Well, it depends.
Keep it on my eyes.
She's setting the perimeters now. This will really be a bowl cut.
And when it's all done, you'll see my haircut, and then I'll put my hat back on.
Okay, you put your head back on. That's clear.
Here, okay. There you go. So you don't want it too short because it'll look funny. By the ears, go around the ears. Don't have to do that, but some like it better like this.
Yeah. Well, you do a very careful job.
See here. Yep.
A geeky kid with a bad haircut. It just.
You are taking your hair with the fingers, but then for some reason you take the comb again. If you're taking it with your fingers, you can cut it. You have a clear vision if you do it with your fingers.
So you see, I'm using this thing.
Oh, I was happy that there were no clippers this time, but there will be.
It's the wall. You see the old, and those are not so expensive, eh? We don't buy expensive stuff. The wall, see?
Well, the wall is not so cheap either, but this is an old one, and the wall are the best ones, in my opinion.
This is the fun part. Yeah, you know.
Oh, I need to comb it into place properly.
Could you top it?
Oh, it's hard to do it when because what I'm seeing on the screen is a reverse of what I'm doing. Okay. I've still got a lock of hair that's out of place, but it's okay. I will comb it up later. It's a haircut, it's shortened, it's done well.
We didn't see the back, but there was a lot of love here in these videos